And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today we're taking a look at Pix, a game about pixelated pictures. Oh, isn't there enough of these already? Yes, there really is. There is a lot of these games, people have this nostalgia for the 80s with this pixelation. Whatever. This game is the one that actually takes it to something useful because this is a party game in which you're trying to make pixelated pictures. Let me show you. So we have some of these nice foam black cubes there. These are used for points over the course of the game. You also have a 30-second timer with black sand, so that looks cool. What you'll do at the beginning of a game is you're going to pass out boards to the different players, depending on the number of players. And these boards are kind of passed out randomly, but everybody will have a partner. So if I'm gray, the other person who has the gray board will be my partner. If you have an odd number of players, there are 3 black boards so that those can go to one. There will be one group of 3. So everyone gets their board, and then players are also going to get a pile of magnets. There are 20 black ones, squares, 1 red square, and then 1 red arrow piece here, which there we go. And that's how that plays. Now, each pair of people is going to draw a card. These cards are going to have different words on them. For example, here we have Draker and Bald, and here we have Sled and Blood, and Teepee and Hanged, and Dragonfly and Remote Control. And I must have drawn from the very hard deck, but there are easy ones. There is a more difficult deck, and there's an easier deck. Here's Son and Family. So what you'll do is each of the people of the same color will look at that card, and they will make a picture with that card. So let's say, for example, we draw the card Cat, you and I. And so or mouse, I'm sorry, the word mouse. And so this is what I draw for mouse. Whoops, one of its legs just came off. There we go. And that's what I draw for mouse. When you're drawing and you're making it, and everyone's doing it at the same time. So everybody has looked at their cards, everybody will doing it at the same time. As soon as one person is finished, they will shout time, and they'll flip the timer over. Everyone else has 30 seconds, at which case they must be done. When you're drawing your picture, you can place your black cubes anywhere you want in this area here. You can also place the red cube there if you want to put it somewhere. And you can also use the arrow either as part of your shape or, basically an arrow. Now, the arrow can go anywhere you want. The cubes must stay inside the lines. You can't tilt them, curve them, put them halfway through. This is a true pixelated image with the exception of the arrow. So once everyone is finished, then you pick a pair of people to go first. And each group is going to count the number of cubes that they've drawn, or number of squares. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 in mine. And my partner, which is you guys, this is what you drew for mouse. You say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and this counts as 2, is 12. So you show yours to everyone first. Now, you show it, and everyone then has 30 seconds to guess what it is, except for, obviously, the person who drew the other picture. Everyone guesses. If someone correctly guesses it right, they shout mouse, you get a point, and they get a point. So everyone's guessing that. If no one guesses it, then your partner gets to go, and I show mine, and then people guess it. And if someone's correct, I get a point, and they get a point. If no one guesses either, then you will read the clue word on the card. You can see here that the card says mouse at the top, and the clue word is cat. So we would say cat, and I might say, well, I thought that's what you drew here. And then you look at that, oh, mouse. If that's correct and you shout the answer, then you get a point, but the people who drew the picture don't after giving the clue. Both pictures are also shown at the same time if they both use the same number. So blacks count as 1, the arrow counts as 2, and the red square counts as 4 if you use that. And again, if you're using the black boards where there's 3, the person who uses the fewest pixels is the one to go first. After everyone has done the first word on the card, you will then proceed to the second word on the card, and you will continue on with some more rounds as players try to get points and draw into different things. After a certain number of rounds, I should also mention, after each round, players are going to pass their board to the left so that you will have a different partner as the game progresses. But after a certain number of rounds, depending on the number of players, whoever has the most cubes is the winner of the game. Besides the game, there's also, I'll give you kind of a close-up here, there's also all over the box and the sides and on the backs, it shows pixelated people and you have to figure out who they are, famous people. I mean, I don't know many of them, but that's Mickey Mouse. There, I spoiled one for you. But, you know, they said you can find the answers online and such, so there's that too. This is a game, it says on the back or on the rules, it says, can you draw? Well, great. This is going to be tougher for you because it's different putting pixels here. You can't draw? Well, don't worry because you're still putting pixels together. That all may be true, but there are some people who are definitely better at this than others. Still, though, I like the concept. Using the fewest gives you that chance, and the clue word helps too. The fact that you're paired up with a different person all the time also helps. The game is good quality. It's heavy, quite a heavy game, as if you watch all the way to the end of this video, you will see. But it's an excellent idea. It's cool and it's fun. But it's not something I want to, you know, when someone says, what's some of the best party games you're going to pull out? I don't know that I'd pull this out. I pull this out more for the cool idea that it is. It's great. Cool magnetic boards with the magnetic pieces. Do you use the red cube? Do you use the red arrow? Where do you use those? You know, how can I do this? There's a lot of cards in the game. I think that if you get it, you're going to have lots of things. And it's very similar to another party game that came out recently, ROFL, which is the same thing with words. So I think it's fun and it's cool, and it's certainly a gift that you should consider giving somebody, you know, especially with Christmas right around the corner. This is something I think a lot of people will like and have fun with. Just for me personally, it was good. It just wasn't great. It was more of a, ooh, that's neat. Yeah, I'll play it once in a while. So that's where I stand on picks, but I think it has a cool, clever concept, and I think a lot of people will like it, if only because I get to put magnets on the board, but also because it's, you know, there are those times you're like, I can't believe you thought that I was going to guess elephant from that. A cool idea, also shows you there's different ways to look at pictures. A neat thing here, picks.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com. Shut the door.
Using the fewest pixels. Well, that's cool. Not only that, well, I'll show you that at the end. Let's get into how. Oh! Ow! Ho! Ho! Ah! Cut, and let's redo the. Ah!